The Chief Marshal, Dr. Selma Botman, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs of Yeshiva University, will now proceed with the commencement exercises.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us rise for the national anthem. Please join us in the singing, which will be led by YU and Cardozo alumnus cantor Ira Heller.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. President Berman, I am happy to inform you that the 47th annual commencement exercises of the Benjamin N. Cardozo School of Law at Yeshiva University is now in session. It is now my distinct pleasure to call upon Dean of our law school, Melanie Leslie.
President Berman, Provost Botman, the Honorable Judge Caitlin Halligan, distinguished board members, faculty, administrators, friends and family, and most of all, the Benjamin N. Cardozo Law School graduating class of 2025, welcome. Welcome to the 47th commencement for the law school. Graduates, today I stand before you as a proud alumna of Cardozo Law School, preparing to welcome you to our community of 14,000 alumni. Now, 34 years ago, I did the math. I was sitting exactly where you are now, in this hall. My parents were there, my husband was there, even my siblings came. And I had no idea what life had in store for me. I didn't even really know what kind of law I wanted to practice at graduation. In my wildest dreams, I could not have imagined how my career would unfold. I can still remember 1L orientation. Now, like some of you who I've talked to, I had a performing arts background, no exposure to the legal field at all. And my clearest memory from the beginning of law school was trying to read the first assignment for my elements class. And it was gibberish. I was terrified. I really thought, what have I done? How can the reading make no sense? Am I going to be able to survive this? And I'm telling you all this for a reason, because I know how far you've come in the last 3 years, and I know you will be amazed at what you will do with your law degree. I always wanted in my 20s to play a theater like Lincoln Center. I never thought it'd be like this. And you will have surprises like that in your life as well. So now I really want to celebrate you, and I want you to take a moment to realize how far you've come. So please, I want you to close your eyes and think back to your first day of orientation. Can you remember that? What were your fears? What were your hopes? What were your goals? You're laughing at that. I wonder what they were. Now think about how far you've come. You have stared down the terror of hearing your name called in a silent classroom, felt your heart pound as 100 classmates watched you fumble your way through an answer about proximate cause. But you learned to think on your feet, and in the spring semester, you performed your very first moot court oral argument. Surviving on a diet of free cold pizza and highlighter fumes, you mastered the art of turning caffeine into legal arguments while trying to convince yourselves that reading 200 pages about equitable servitudes at 2 a.m. counts as entertainment. You have learned to think like lawyers, to take complex, messy, real-world problems and break them down into manageable legal questions. You've mastered the art of rigorous analysis, and you've learned to spot issues that others might miss. You can research solutions with precision and craft persuasive arguments backed by solid reasoning. And perhaps most importantly, you have cultivated intellectual humility. You understand that the law is nuanced, and that good lawyering requires careful consideration of multiple perspectives. You have learned to conduct yourselves with integrity, understanding that your education comes with the responsibility to serve justice and the public good. None of you are the same people that you were when you started. Each of you has discovered talents and capabilities that should give you confidence for the future. You have shown that you can face challenges, suffer setbacks, learn from them, and emerge stronger than you were before. You have already begun to make a difference. Just in law school alone, you have represented the elderly and disabled people who've been wrongfully denied Medicaid benefits for life-saving care. Students, yes, you can clap for that. You've represented students who've been suspended from school, people whose civil rights have been violated, people unjustly accused of crimes or given disproportionate sentences, immigrants claiming a right to asylum, and survivors of domestic violence. You have published impressive journal notes that advance thinking on a range of critical issues, from the importance of creating ethical guardrails for morally controversial technologies, such as gene editing, to examining whether state regulation of social media passes constitutional muster, and aligning Title IX and Title VII sexual harassment standards to ensure equity for female hazing victims. The achievement you mark today is a testament to your hard work, perseverance, and the unwavering support of those who believed in you. You are now all Cardozo lawyers. And I'll interrupt to say, parents, family members, faculty, friends, can we have a round of applause for these outstanding graduates today? each of you can be proud of your individual accomplishments, I think it's important to take a minute to realize that you did not travel alone. Your journey was paved with the support, encouragement, and love of many people who believed in you, taught you, and collaborated with you. First, your friends and family, those who are standing there and those watching on live stream. They have stood by you and remained steadfast in their support, whether you were facing your darkest moments or celebrating your greatest victories. Graduates, will you stand and thank your friends and family who are here to support you today? You've also received support from your colleagues at the Cardozo community. The famous philosopher, Amy Poehler, once said, "Find a group of people who challenge and inspire you. Spend a lot of time with them, and it will change your life forever." So I'd like you to reflect once again. During your time at Cardozo, who challenged and inspired you? Who in particular helped you grow and become the person that you are today? I know that our faculty had something to do with that. They challenged you to think more rigorously, to push beyond what you thought possible, and to question assumptions you didn't know you had. They shared their deep commitment to the rule of law and showed you how the law, at its best, is the key organizing principle of a civilized society and a critical tool for protecting the vulnerable and holding the powerful accountable. Yeah, someone clapped for the faculty. Why don't we do that? And finally, let's think about your peers. You began as strangers, awkwardly eating sushi at Admitted Students Day and mingling on the boat cruise. Over time, you connected and found that you were stronger when you worked together. You helped one another shine in trial team, moot court, dispute resolution, and writing competitions. You accomplished great things through your teamwork in clinics and internships, in study groups and field clinics, affinity groups and student organizations, and during SBA bar nights, you supported one another and helped one another thrive. So please take one more moment to reflect and think. As you worked to get to this moment, which of your classmates really had your back? Who inspired you? Who helped you get back up when a challenge temporarily knocked you down? Who changed your life forever? At the end of today's ceremony, out in the courtyard, and in the weeks ahead, seek out those people. Thank them. Tell them what they meant to you. And keep those connections alive for the rest of your life. Your Cardozo community will always be here to support you. And finally, your legal education has prepared you not just for successful careers, but for the profound responsibility of safeguarding the principles that make us a free and fair nation. As you prepare to take your next steps, remember that soon, just after you pass that bar exam, and you will pass the bar exam, you will take an oath that will connect you to every attorney who came before you. You will lift your hand and you will swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. The oath you will take is not merely ceremonial, it must be the foundation of your professional identity. The Constitution you will soon swear to uphold represents our enduring commitment to liberty, equality, and justice, and you will serve as the Constitution's interpreters and defenders. This calling will require your courage, your wisdom, and integrity. And I believe there is no more meaningful work for those who have chosen this honorable profession. So, class of 2025, as you leave this hall and enter the world as lawyers, carry with you everything you've learned, and not just the legal doctrine and the analytic skills, but the resilience you've shown, the connections you've forged, the ideals you are committed to, and the deep sense of purpose you take with you as you leave today. You are ready. You have the tools, the character, and the community to make a lasting difference. So now, go forth and show the world what a Cardozo lawyer can do. Thank you. And it is now my privilege to introduce to you our commencement speaker, Associate Judge Caitlin J. Halligan. In April 2023, Governor Kathy Hochul nominated Judge Halligan to the Court of Appeals of New York, and the Senate confirmed her nomination on April 19th, 2023. Judge Halligan received her A.B. degree from Princeton University in 1988 and her law degree from Georgetown Law Center in 1995. She clerked for Judge Patricia Wald of the U.S. Court of Appeals for the D.C. Circuit and for United States Supreme Court Justice Stephen Breyer. Before attending law school, Judge Halligan served as a Princeton in Asia teaching fellow in Central China and as a legislative aide on Capitol Hill. From 1999 to 2006, she served in the New York Attorney General's office, including more than 5 years as Solicitor General of New York. She also served as General Counsel to the Manhattan District Attorney and in private practice at several law firms in New York City. And most recently, she was a partner at Salindi, Gay, Ellsberg, where she headed the firm's appellate and pro bono practices. From her record of public service, her experience in the private practice, her knowledge of the judiciary, her experience is expansive, and she brings to it a reputation of absolute integrity. So I could think of no finer person to address you today. Please give Judge Halligan your very warmest welcome.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Dean Leslie, thank you for that generous introduction. You are indeed a very tough act to follow. Faculty and staff, family and friends, and most importantly, all of you members of the class of 2025. Yes. I'm really honored to share this tremendous milestone with all of you. So, graduates, congratulations and welcome to the legal profession. You persevered through your first year black letter law classes, and then each of you set your own course through your second and third years of law school. You mastered all the skills that Dean Leslie reminded you of, and in addition to your academic work, you did something that I think is really important. Each one of you, I'm sure, has helped to provide essential legal services to those in need by completing your 50-hour pro bono requirement to become admitted to practice in the state of New York. New York was the first state in the nation to ask law students to take on this obligation. I hope that those initial 50 hours, including the hours spent on some of the really important projects that Dean Leslie just described, are just the beginning of an abiding commitment to pro bono work that each of you will hold fast to in the years ahead. I also want to take a moment to recognize the family and friends, all of you here, who are supporting the graduates today and who no doubt supported you through whatever challenges law school threw their way. This is their day as well as yours. So yes, another round of applause for all of the supporting cast that are here with us. So law school was not an obvious choice for me, and perhaps the same is true for some of you. I grew up with parents who were both teachers. I didn't know any lawyers, and I certainly didn't know much about what lawyers did unless you count the hours I spent watching early episodes of Law and Order, and that probably dates me. But a few twists and turns, including a stint working for my local member of Congress from rural Arkansas, eventually led me to law school. It was exciting and it was eye-opening. In addition to building lifelong friendships with classmates and mentors, ties that I hope each of you really continue to hold on to, I learned how to puzzle through an opinion. I had the experience that Dean Leslie describes of attempting to decipher what seemed to be gibberish. I learned how to think like a lawyer, as they say. Most importantly, I discovered, and I hope each of you did as well, that you can put a law degree to use in many different ways. So as you all close this chapter today as students, I hope that each one of you considers the myriad options ahead and that each of you choose a path that is meaningful to you. So the proposition I hope to convey to you today, one espoused by the namesake of your alma mater, soon to be alma mater, is that the key, I think, to a satisfying professional life is being willing to take some risks, to take action. As Dean Leslie noted, I have the great privilege of serving on the New York Court of Appeals, which is our state's highest court. As I suspect all of the graduates here know, it is the court that Benjamin Cardozo served on a century ago, until he was appointed to succeed Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes as a United States Supreme Court Justice. I see Cardozo's portrait on the wall of our courtroom to the right of where I sit every time I'm on the bench. And I often meet with colleagues, sometimes for dinner when it's takeout night, in a special spot in the courthouse that we call the Cardozo Room, filled with photographs and memorabilia from Cardozo's time on our court. Like our Cardozo Room, your law school also bears Cardozo's name because of the enduring mark that he left on the law. He was known for his unwavering integrity. He was also an extraordinary writer, able to capture complex legal concepts in language grounded in the human experience. His opinions reflect an ability to see around the corner, to anticipate shifts not just in the legal landscape, but in our society more broadly, and then to adapt the law to account for these changing circumstances. It was on the New York Court of Appeals that Cardozo built his reputation as one of our nation's leading common law judges, a responsibility so well suited to his talents. As you surely now know, having finished first year of law school, many of Cardozo's opinions are still taught in first-year torts and contracts classes around the country. They are models of elegant, often evocative writing, and they offer paradigmatic examples of how legal reasoning works at its very best. Most of you have probably read Paul's Graf versus Long Island Railroad. Yes, the laughs suggest that's right. It's one of Cardozo's most cited opinions. It's a case about foreseeability in the tort law that involves a train, dropped fireworks, an explosion, falling scales, and of course, an injured bystander. And Cardozo also famously penned McPherson versus Buick Motor Company, which revolutionized tort law by allowing consumers to sue manufacturers of defective products, an especially important legal development because it came at the dawn of the age of the automobile. The list of Cardozo's seminal writings is long and covers wide swaths of the law. Today, let me focus on an opinion that might be a little more obscure, but I believe offers some words of advice about your path ahead. The case for your consideration is Murphy versus Steeplechase Amusement Company. It's about a famous New York City destination, Coney Island. If you haven't visited, summer is the perfect time for an outing. On my first trip, I rode the Cyclone, an old-fashioned wooden roller coaster with plenty of steep drops and hairpin turns, first opened 98 years ago. Murphy versus Steeplechase is a 1929 case about another ride also aptly named the Flopper. The opinion describes the Flopper, and I'm going to quote here because I couldn't do it as well as Judge Cardozo did, as a moving belt running upward on an inclined plane on which passengers sit or stand. Many of them are unable to keep their feet because of the movement of the belt and are thrown backward or aside. Cardozo tells us that the very name above the gate, the Flopper, was warning to the timid. If the name was not enough, there was warning more distinct in the experience of others. The tumbling bodies, he said, and the screams and laughter supplied the merriment and fun. In rejecting a negligence claim by a rider who took a fall, Cardozo explained that there would have been no point to the whole thing, no adventure about it, if the risk had not been there. And that was okay, he concluded. If they were unwilling to accept the risks of the adventure, the timorous may stay at home. So, how does Murphy versus Steeplechase apply to all of you newly minted lawyers? Well, first, I would consider it strong encouragement to visit Coney Island. The Flopper is long gone, and the Cyclone may not be for you, but who could turn down an ice cream cone on the boardwalk as a break from studying for, yes, the bar exam this summer? Second, and more relevant to today's festivities, Murphy is a reminder that any challenge worth pursuing requires the adventurer to take some risks. I would urge you not to be afraid to take a few risks with your legal career. I don't mean to suggest that you risk your reputation. That's your most valuable capital, and I would safeguard it as best you can. Of course, there's another Cardozo opinion on that point, but we'll have to leave Meinhard versus Salmon and the punctilio of honor for another day so you can all actually get your diplomas. Do be willing, though, to take some chances in order to find work that is meaningful, whatever that means for each of you. You might at times, and I know I have, feel that you are riders on the Flopper, running upward on an inclined plane, unable to keep your feet, and perhaps thrown backward or aside. But I would say that's the point of the adventure, the point of searching out a satisfying career in the law. Practicing law can be hard work. You probably know that already. But for me, and I'm sure for all of your teachers gathered here today to celebrate your achievements, it can be deeply rewarding. It offers you a chance to tackle hard problems, to help others make their case to a fair and impartial decision maker, sometimes when the highest stakes for your clients are on the table. You can be, and you will be, the one who stands between your client and a potentially very adverse outcome. So search for a career path that speaks powerfully to you. Be willing to take a risk to find that place. In other words, bet on yourself. Another New Yorker put this lesson in even stronger terms. Speaking at the Sorbonne in 1910, Teddy Roosevelt addressed an audience pretty similar to the one before me today, filled with highly educated, promising young leaders. He noted the civic responsibility that comes along with a great education, and he cautioned his audience against falling prey to cynicism and taking on what he called the easy role of critic, one too timid to take action for fear of failure. He explained, "It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. Rather, he urged his audience to leap into the arena, to make mistakes, to dare greatly, and to spend themselves in a worthy cause, because, as he put it, doing the rough work of a workaday world requires more than sitting on the sidelines." Cardozo was never one to sit on the sidelines, and I'm sure neither are any of you. After years of study, each of you is equipped with a degree that affords you the opportunity to represent people and causes you believe in, to offer advice in times of crisis, and to drive the law forward. In other words, the arena is calling, so go to it. Congratulations. Thank you for the opportunity to share this very wonderful moment, and I look forward to following what I'm sure will be for all of you wonderful careers in the legal profession.
I would like to now introduce LLM candidates Coral Bahat from Israel and Denise Passy from Zambia, who were voted by their classmates to address us on behalf of the LLM class of 2025.
Good evening, esteemed faculty, family, friends, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. First of all, having not one, but two LMs speak today hasn't been done in recent years, and we're truly grateful for the opportunity to share this moment together with all of you.
For many of us, our journeys began with a dream and a leap of faith, leaving behind the familiar for the unknown. Let us remember the courage it took to cross oceans and leave something good behind in pursuit of something greater. We as LLMs come from 34 different countries, and together we speak over 40 languages, each one carrying a piece of home and culture. Together we represent more than just diversity, we represent dialogue across continents.
We packed our lives into suitcases, said goodbye to everything familiar, and arrived in a country where, let's be honest, tax is not included in the price tag. Through culture shocks, language barriers, and way too many emails starting with, "Dear Professor, I hope this email finds you well." We made it. We still remember the first day we walked into class, trying to keep up with the discussions and figuring out where to sit, and bracing for the cold calls that caught us completely off guard. And among all legal theories and case law, we learned that when you get thrown a question, "It depends" works surprisingly well, and somehow it's always right.
As we go out into the world, our differences are not barriers, but bridges, and we are capable of crossing them and achieving greatness. And now, looking around, we see not just classmates, but friends, future colleagues, and people who inspired us every step of the way. To our professors, thank you for challenging and guiding us. To our families, far and near, thank you for your unwavering support and your belief in us. Without you, none of this would be possible. And to everyone else in Cardozo that stood with us on our LLM journey, especially Dean Val, Pamela, and Professor Leslie Newman, thank you. Today marks not just the end of a chapter, but a beginning of something new. Wherever we go next, whether it's back home, into a new job, or onto another adventure, we will carry these lessons with us.
Here is to new beginnings, to great achievements ahead, and to the LLM class of 2025.
Congratulations.
Hello, class of 2025. How are we doing? So it is my honor to introduce JD candidate Talia Rowfort, who was voted by her classmates to address us on behalf of the JD class of 2025.
When I moved across the country for Cardozo, I wasn't sure what the next 3 years would look like. I did expect frigid cold calls, and I also expected to find my future husband here in New York, but oh well. I am honored to be part of this accomplished class. Yes. We are law students, but we are also first-generation Americans, immigrants, activists and advocates, caffeine enthusiasts, parents, religious scholars, and soon, we will all be Cardozo alumni. Dean Leslie, if I may, we kindly ask that you please avoid asking us for any donations for a while. Thank you. I've learned that Cardozo's class of 2025 embodies two important characteristics. We are supportive and resilient. We spent hours studying together inside small library rooms bordered by paper-thin walls. We shared Quimby accounts, and we even notified each other about the leftovers from the professors' lunch meetings in room 407. Thanks, professors. Regarding resilience, the last 3 years included unpredictable challenges, but we bounced back from them every time. When our intimate rights were jeopardized, and for many, their homeland attacked 5,700 miles away, we did not falter. We survived asbestos exposure, plumbing problems, and we even managed not to get sick from eating Chinese food that had been sitting out for hours. We anxiously stood inside those dangerous elevators every single day and endured inconsistent temperature changes inside our classrooms. And yet, we persevered. We've spent countless hours inside 55 Fifth Avenue. No matter how grueling a day was, it was foreseeable to find a friendly face in the lobby. For 3 years, we struggled, schlepped, cried, complained, and laughed. And in a few moments, each one of us will exit through one of these Lincoln Center doors and enter our communities with new perspective. The piece of parchment that we have spent 3 years earning bestows important responsibilities upon each of us to help others, to spread light, and to repair this world. So let's stay supportive and remain resilient as we enter into this next era. Mazal tov and congratulations, class of 2025. Let's show them how Cardozo grads get it done.
Each year, the Cardozo graduates select faculty members, administrators, and staff to honor their outstanding commitment to teaching and nurturing students. Would SBA President Maria Kaiser please come forward to announce the awardees?
All right, before I get to these awards, I want to ask you all to come back about 3 years ago with me. I was choosing which law school to attend, and one of my first impressions of Cardozo came when the tour guide asked me, do you mind taking the stairs? The elevators are broken. Broken elevators, lack of Wi-Fi, and most recently restroom issues would be just a few of the things that would define our experience at Cardozo. But also, and more importantly, would be the individuals that are a part of this community that we have built. You see, I don't speak for just myself when I say I have met some of the most amazing individuals in a clinic, a competition team, a journal, a club, and of course in classes. And operating at the foundation of all of those things are the individuals that you see behind me and around this room. A professor who I absolutely had to take a class with, a competition team advisor who was equal parts stern but very inspiring, and clinical professors who instilled in me more than I could have imagined by laying the groundwork for what will become my future career. Now, beyond just our academic needs, there are various social and logistical needs, and working diligently every day are the various administrators and staff in our school. So, to our deans, faculty, administrators, and staff, thank you for your endless contributions to our law school journey. And to our family and supporters as well, thank you. I know it's not always easy putting up with people who are always right. I mean, just ask my family. And of course, to my classmates. There's not enough time in the program or enough words for me to tell you just how much it's meant to be a part of this journey these past 3 years. You are some of the most remarkable, intelligent, and driven people that I've had the privilege to learn alongside. It's been an honor, and congratulations. All right, so awards. The award for Best First Year Professor goes to Professor Miriam Gillis. The award for Best Overall Professor goes to Professor Alex Reinert. The award for Best Adjunct Professor goes to Professor Gary Galprin. The award for Best Administrator goes to Dean Kim. And finally, the award for Most Helpful to Students goes to Dean Carrie Grand.
At a special ceremony held at Cardozo earlier today, we presented 58 faculty awards to graduates. The award winners were honored this morning, and they're listed in the commencement program. I'd like to ask all of the awardees to stand so that the rest of us can acknowledge and applaud your accomplishments.
The Monrad G. Paulson Award is one of the most important awards we bestow. Named after Cardozo's first dean, it is presented to a member of the faculty or administration who has provided devoted service to the continued vitality of the ideals and purposes of legal education. This year, the Paulson Award is presented to Professor Leslie Saltzman. I'm not done talking. Professor Saltzman's unwavering dedication to Cardozo Law School represents the pinnacle of academic service and mentorship. Throughout her distinguished career, she has not only shaped the intellectual foundations of countless legal minds, but has also embodied the true spirit of advocacy through her groundbreaking work in elder law and disability rights. Her tireless commitment to advancing justice for vulnerable populations extends far beyond classroom walls, influencing policy reforms and legal frameworks that protect the dignity and autonomy of those who need it most. Professor Saltzman's legacy at Cardozo is defined by the impact she has had on generations of Cardozo students and the broader legal community, making her an extraordinarily deserving recipient of this recognition for devoted service. The Dean's Award for Extraordinary Leadership is awarded to a faculty member who has demonstrated outstanding commitment to teaching, important and transformative scholarship, and effective faculty governance. It is with profound admiration and gratitude that I present this award to a dear friend and a 27-year member of the Cardozo faculty, Professor Miriam Gillis. Stand here. Professor Gillis has challenged the erosion of consumer rights through her influential work, exposing how mandatory arbitration clauses effectively immunize corporations from legal accountability. Her pioneering research has inspired legislative reform efforts aimed at restoring collective legal remedies for everyday Americans. The impact of her scholarship extends far beyond academia, offering a powerful voice for those who might otherwise find themselves without recourse in our legal system. In the classroom, Professor Gillis embodies the highest ideals of legal education, combining intellectual rigor with an exceptional ability to demystify complex procedural concepts for her students. Her level of devotion and service to Cardozo Law School has been exemplary. Her dedication to legal education and justice reform truly exemplifies the transformative leadership this award was designed to recognize. The Dean's Award for Distinguished Service is awarded to outstanding service to Cardozo Law School and our students. It is with profound gratitude and immense respect that we present this award to Professor David Weisenfeld of Cardozo School of Law. Whose unwavering dedication to student success has transformed countless legal careers and lives. His unique ability to demystify complex legal concepts while simultaneously inspiring rigorous intellectual curiosity has not only prepared students for professional excellence, but has instilled in them a deep appreciation for the ethical responsibilities and social impact of legal practice. Professor Weisenfeld's genuine investment in each student's growth, coupled with his remarkable generosity of time and wisdom, exemplifies the highest ideals of legal education and makes him truly deserving of this recognition. On this, the occasion of his retirement, I am honored to present this award to him. David, you will be missed. It is now my honor to introduce the 5th president of Yeshiva University, Rabbi Dr. Ari Berman. He is a scholar, a philosopher, and an educator, and a deep fan and supporter of Cardozo Law School. Please join me in welcoming Professor Rabbi Dr. Ari Berman.
Provost Botman, Dean Melanie Leslie, our chairman, Ira Dizengoff, distinguished faculty, members of the administration, honored guests, alumni, family, and friends, and most importantly, to the Cardozo class of 2025, congratulations! You have done it. You've worked hard, thought deeply, argued persuasively, and grown in ways that will stay with you for a lifetime. This is an incredible day of celebration. The world you're entering into is evolving at remarkable speed. New technologies, new challenges, and new ethical questions will emerge throughout your careers. As Cardozo graduates, you are uniquely prepared to succeed in this evolving climate because our focus at Cardozo is not only educating you with a deep understanding of the law and stellar practical legal skills, but also to empower you to bring your heart, your humility, and your humanity into your practice and into your profession. You know, yesterday on the Hebrew calendar, Jews throughout the world celebrated the holiday of Shavuot, which is the foundational moment of the transmission of the law, marking the day that Moses received the Torah at Mount Sinai. Interestingly, on this day, which most celebrates the law, the scripture read in synagogues is not only about this moment at Sinai, but also the book of Ruth. While Sinai is a moment of thunder and lightning, of grandeur and glory, the book of Ruth is a story very personal and very individual in scope and scale. Its setting is not majestic, but pastoral. Its storylines are not about standing up to the world leaders demanding liberation like Moses did to Pharaoh and Egypt, but unpacks a series of relationships between people who would otherwise be unknown to us. A caring daughter extending herself to her mother-in-law, a sympathetic farmer offering food to someone in need, a small act of kindness to preserve the memory of someone who had passed. These are quiet moments of one person helping another. And yet they're recorded with the same attention as the most dramatic events in our tradition. And the lesson is clear. Each of us, each one of you, has the power to be a redeemer and to be a hero. How you will do it will be determined by you. You are each blessed with a set of God-given talents and skills. And what you've learned at Cardozo is to find your way that will uplift your life, be a service to your community, and elevate all those around you. You know, we speak a lot at Cardozo and Yeshiva University about core values. They include pursuing truth, acting with compassion, and bringing redemption to the lives of others. You have seen this pursuit of truth in all of your courses designed to uncover the principles of the law. You have learned to act with compassion by the way you work with your fellow students in a spirit of collaboration, not competition. And you have brought redemption to others in the extraordinary work you're doing in our clinics and in your education. You stand at the cutting edge of our society with the excellence that Cardozo bears in its intellectual property and technology, with entertainment and industry, and you are ready to assume your place as the leaders of tomorrow. Whether you are the next Moses or Ruth, each of you is a potential hero in the great story of humanity, each with your distinct qualities and strengths. At different points in your life, you will face opportunities to influence outcomes, sometimes on a grand scale, and other times through a quiet kindness. We are confident that you will seize those moments, that you will be the person who lifts someone else up, who acts with purpose and care, that you will be the kind of professional, the kind of human being that this world needs. May you find great joy in your work, meaning in your path, and fulfillment in your life. All of us here, your family and friends, the faculty and administration, are so happy because we know you and we believe in you. As such, we are confident that this moment in which we celebrate your great accomplishments is only the beginning of wonderful things to come. Congratulations!
The candidates for the degree of Master of Laws will be presented by Dean Melanie Leslie and Associate Dean Val Mitaberi. They will be hooded by members of the Cardozo and Yeshiva University Board, administration, and faculty. Will the graduates please rise?
President Berman, I have the honor to present to you 83 candidates for the degree of Masters of Laws. I respectfully request that they be awarded their degrees.
Our dear students, you've come from all across the world for this moment. You have successfully completed the requirements for the degree of Master of Laws as prescribed by the faculty of the Benjamin and Cardozo School of Law of Yeshiva University. By virtue of the authority vested in me as president of Yeshiva University, I hereby confer upon you the degree with all the rights, privileges, and obligations pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Please hold your applause until after all graduates have been presented and left the stage and all the names have been called. Abiram Thota, Marzia Timpano, Zulfau Abubakar, Or Aloni, Ronli Babishev, Christine Babunashvili, Yona Ben Fred, Zina Ben Said, Andrea Bolenos Daza, Katarzyna Buchen, Erlinda Buchpapai, Colleen Dennis, Ediola Elezai, Cooper Findley, hi, Stanislav Frankel, Zeynep Gentoglu, Ardit Gila, Vanza Grigolia, congratulations, Irina Gubernatorova, Malik Diouf, Diane Larieux, Luca Miccioni, Valeria Nazarova, Eder Oliveira, Bernard Pound, Simona Rokonalova, Tess Sedbon, Denise Simchak, Sonida Vokri, Caroline Akaware, Valentina Alvarado, Mustafa Amin, Arjun Arora, Sadia Azim, Coral Bahat, Karina Bean, Melissa Blom, Maria Brazero, Dov Burkinski, Shatlik Cheriguliev, Oded Dagan, Troy Dargin, Ayen Elmi, Tom Frewa, Lyudmila Goratzi, Batsheva Guez, Anna Halyuk, Jungho Han, Heather Hines, Oksana Hita, Sebastian Hop, Anastasia Iskifoglu, Carla Israel, Julia Jones, Amza Kakaridze, Denise Karatekin, Nikki Karimova, my pleasure, Kenza Kiar, Sergei Konstantinovsky, Diana Kutateladze, Agnesa Manco, Charlotte Manos, Donna Mshaik, Sem Malul, Elisa Modarelli, Anita Mokuri, Luigi Musa, Dimitra Paleologos, Denise Pasi, Ashi Pawar, Nathan Pontieu, Federico Rebetti, Freddy Rodriguez, Luisa Serebriakova, Federica Simonelli, Peter Sokol. Ana Solano Prieto. Eugen Unger. Ala Velichko. Sophie Wellman. River Yarna. Maria Jazinska. And Sarah Young. Congratulations.
The candidates for the degree of Juris Doctor will be presented by Dean Melanie Leslie, Senior Associate Dean Matt Levine, Associate Dean Kelly Long, Assistant Dean Christine Arozzo, and Associate Dean Jeannie Whitaker. They will be hooded by members of the Cardozo and Yeshiva University Board, administration, and faculty. Will the graduates please rise?
President Berman, I have the honor to present to you 304 candidates for the degree of Juris Doctor. I respectfully request that they be awarded their degrees.
Okay, and now the moment we've been all waiting for. Our dear students, you have successfully completed the requirements for the degree of Juris Doctor as prescribed by the faculty of the Benjamin N. Cardozo School of Law of Yeshiva University. By virtue of the authority vested in me as president of Yeshiva University, I hereby confer upon you the degree with all the rights, privileges, and obligations pertaining thereto. Congratulations!
Please hold your applause until all the JD graduates have been presented and have left the stage. Danny Abitbol. Emily Abrams. Nargiz Adigo-Zalova. Matthew Alexion. Normina Aliyev. Stephanie Allman. Catherine Alonzo. Marcel Angeles. Sila Priyana Aquino. Ryan Ash. Ethan Ashley. Adam Auerbach. Nibras Ayad. Perry Azador, hooded by her mother, Ina Furstein, class of '98. Charles Bachman. Molly Baraban. Lily Barish, hooded by her mother, Elizabeth Schiff, class of '87. Hannah Barchfield. Joshua Barzell, hooded by his mother, Cheryl Gross, class of '87. Brianna Boudreau. Tess Bedingfield. Samson Berger. Arye Berman. Jack Burrow. Samuel Bilzak. Ryan Bickett. Rachel Beer. Martina Bjornstad. Jared Bond. Levi Boschnak. Emma Brotman. Roy Bresner. Cameron Brody. Michaela Broslow. Nicholas Bukowski. Marielle Burnett. Tyler Caffrey. Gabrielle Kapulong. Keith Carpenter. Sarah Casey. Ronnie Cattier. Annie Hyun-hee Chang. Justina Chen. Rochelle Chen. Harrison Chung. Iman Chowdhury. Benson Clements. Julia Cobb. Justin Cohen. Olivia Cohen. Rianne Colbert. Sarah Cole. Robert Cook. Philip Coppola. Skylar Corby. Marina Corial. Marlene Da Cruz. Ariel Dana. Elijah Diamond. Lindsay Deneen. Christina Dollamore. Matthew Donnellian. Danielle Dorchester. Gerald Dryden. Hannah Dunn. Jack Dweck. Juliana Dwyer. Jamil Ebo. Michael Quentin Ecker. Daniel Edelstein. Xander Elias. Socrates Espinal. Jillian Fantuzzi. Annalie Feigl. Zachary Feinstein. Gabriela Fernandez.
Ariella Fettman. Hannah Fish Beeler. Nicole Frankel. Caitlin French. Emmeline Friedrichs. Jonathan Galen. George Galan, Miles Ganther, Anna Malinowski Gartenberg, Raymond Jack Gatliff, Adam Gaudet, Clarice Giawarsing, Connor Gillen, Tamarick Gilliard, Anna Gazglow, Emma Glazier, Daniel Glickman, Jem Gokhan, Kate Elizabeth Goldberg, Armando Gonzalez, Mark Gorlick, Haley Greco, Paige Green, Corbin Gregg, Ben Gross, Jennifer Grubman, Eric Guo, Benjamin Gervich, Jacqueline Hadzicki, Eitan Hain, Laura Hakaki, Emily Hall, Eddie Halwani, Olivia Handelman, Samantha Harburg, Gianni Kayla Hug, Joseph Hedaya, Aaron Hemmings, Caroline Henderson, Rebecca Hine, Jacob Horowitz, Jianling Ho, Megia Hu, Alice Hunter, Abdulaziz Isakulov, Evan Joseph, Sabrina Kagan, Lindsay Kagan, Shreya Kaladini D, Emily Kaminsky, Nicole Kaufman, Bridget Kays, Maria Kaiser, Matthew Key, Mitchell Kevitt, Albert Keel, Kira Kelstein, Isaac Kim, Nicholas Kincaid, Andrew Knuppler,
Oh, my great pleasure.
Aline Coe,
To you.
Simon Kogel, Andreas Kuzuluglu, Magdalena Kai Krajak, Marcelina Kropivnitskia, Ilana Krushenitskia, Natalie Kupperman, Odelia Lalizarean, Adley Lamonson, David Lazar, Sophia Lecomte, Desiree Lee, Matima Likitawatana, Kathleen Luty. Caroline Levine.
Natanya Lieberman. Benjamin Lehman. Jun Young Lim. Joanne Ling. Kira Shivani Lingala. Jack Linkhorst. Ezra Littlewood. Maggie Liu. Naishan Liu. Victoria Lopez. Tyler Lorenzen. Brett Major. Alessandra Macris. Rebecca Malik. Afsha Malik. Matan Maman. Shoshana Mamin. Jared Mann. Isabel Marco. Samantha Marquez. Michael Maslavi. Gabriela Matatov. Rachel Mazata. Kelly McDermott. Zachary McGarry. Alistair Mecki. Andrea Mendoza Diaz. Brianna Miles. Samantha Moody. Ethan Mordecai. Stacy Moses. Sarah Natanov. Vasandara Navjivan. Noshin Nawal. Catherine Negroni. Darielis Noah Guzman. Douglas Notaris. Jessica Novick. Kevin O'Hara. Joseph Ojalva. Fayoni Olushesi. Kathleen O'Neill. Lucy Pace. Daniel Pan. Anastasia Papantoniou. Hope Pereira. Deborah Perez. Hannah Perez. Jane Perov. Matthew Petrowski. Lauren Phillips. Alexa Petrowski. Marcy Pineda. Yicho Pinson. Gianna Policastro. Anthony Porcelli. Joseph Raitport. Alicia Rock. Sophia Ramcharitar. Alessandra Ramsfelder. Alexandra. Taliu Rolfpour. Talia. Jordan Rappaport. Melanie Rigdon. Riley. Elisa Rizzo. Hillel Rushwarger. William Rogers. Anais Rosenblatt. Okay? Jenna Lee Rosenstein. Tyler Ross. Jake Rubin. Aja Ruman. Bria Rutledge. Sebastian Salvedra Iraza Zabel.
I'm coming.
Samer Sabor.
Joseph Salama. Joseph Samuels. Chantal Sanchez. Samantha Sanchez. Haley Sandoval. Penny Saverin. Matthew Skeptora. Sarah Schlussel. Jakob Schwab. Madeline Schwartz. David Schwartzman. Maxwell Sears. Emma Selby. Andrea Sharabani. Delaris Sharubov. Stephen Shortall. Stephanie Steiner. Anna Siebel. Jessica Siegel. Sarah Siggety. Rebecca Silverman. Andrew Silverstein. Alec Simon. Jacob Siri. Hussein Siad. Callie Smith. Courtney Smith. Gabriel Smith. Stephanie Solis Capis. Jessica Sun. Morgan Spencer. Cynthia Spitzer. Elizabeth Stanley. Frady Stein. Eliza Stupp. Jamie Sung. Cameron Swain. Michael Tabrizi. Emily Tannenbaum. Hope Teasdale. Laura Tierney. Adesumosola Tijani. Seni Charaman. Lamonia Tzinides. Aiden Ureyas. Jessica Utnick. Richard Venuto. Viator. Kyle Voigt. Andrew Walker. Zetian Wayne. Jordan Wappler. Rachel Wasserman.
Congratulations.
Daniel Weinstein. Jacob Weinstein. Victoria Wengler. Rachel Wilth, hooded by her father, Mark Wilth, member of the Shiva University Board of Trustees. Lauren Woods. Junie Wu. Nicholas Wynn. Zayu Shah. Rebecca Yaminian. Julia Yang. Rivka Yerushalmi. Mengyao Yu. David Zach. Christian Zavardino. Chuen Ranjan. Anki Zhao. Angel Zhang. Mona Zaiye, hooded by her brother Joshua Montezeri, class of 2017. And Bailey Zone.
A member of the class of 1992 and the chair of the Board of Overseers of the Benjamin N. Cardozo School of Law, to offer closing remarks.
We're nearing the end, folks. It's almost there. I am Ira Dizengoff, chair of the Cardozo Board of Overseers and a member of the class of 1992. I have learned over the years that there are 3 ingredients to an impactful public speech: levity, brevity, and repetition. So let me say that again. There are 3 keys to a quality public speech: levity, brevity, and repetition. That concludes the levity and repetition parts of my remarks. So now for the brevity. First, welcome to the Cardozo Alumni Association. We are 18,000 members strong and are here as a resource, guide, and support system as you embark on this next adventure in your career and lives. Second, you are now armed with a law degree from Cardozo, a great law school, and equipped to embrace one of life's most important privileges, and that is being in a position of trust. With trust comes pressure, and pressure is a privilege. You have earned the right to be in that position: the trust of your clients, colleagues, and friends, the trust of your adversaries. It's a privilege, so embrace it, demand it, execute on it, act ethically in pursuit of it. These are the hallmarks of a successful career in the law and what is required of you. Next, continually strive for excellence in what you do. Aristotle famously said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Your future clients deserve and demand excellence, and so should you. You are now poised to build on and become giants for the next generation, and I know the foundation upon which you are built and trained. It's a foundation of excellence, ethics, and moral integrity. So go forward, create, think, problem solve, advocate, and seek justice. Do that for yourself, your clients, and your community. In sum, I'd like to borrow some life-guiding words of wisdom from one of my favorite poets, Robert Frost, with a little editorializing from me. The woods and the law are lonely, dark, and deep, but I have promises to keep to my clients, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. In the end, I will end where I began. Welcome to the Cardozo Alumni Association. Go forth and do, and congratulations again.
Thank you, Chair Dizengoff. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and join in the singing of Hatikva, led by Cantor Heller.
Thank you. Kol balevav pnima nefesh Yehudi homiya ulfatei Mizrach kadima ayin l'Tzion Sophia Olelo Avida Tikvatenu Atikva Bachnot Alpayim Liotam Chofshi Be'aretzenu Eretz Zion Yerushalayim Liotam Chofshi Be'aretzenu Eretz Zion Yerushalayim.
You may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, Cardozo's 47th commencement exercises have now concluded. The head marshal will now rejoin the graduates for the recessional. Congratulations.